Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Raspy Rundown.
Welcome back. Another week of gossip.
Oh my gosh, it's some kind of a letdown. It's the end of everything, right? We finished The Bachelor and now we're done with the Dancing with the Stars. But I guess you want to recap. Why don't you start?
Yeah, it feels like the end of an era. We finished The Golden Bachelor. Teresa won. And we're really hoping that possibly we could interview Teresa and Gary. You are going tonight to Jingle Ball, which is in every city around the country right now. And I'm jealous. And you're going to see Teresa's niece. So, I mean, I know she's bombarded with press and she's been doing so many interviews. So I don't know how likely it is that she'll speak with us, but that could be fun to do a quick little interview with her and get her thoughts. But that was a crazy season. And I definitely want this franchise to continue. Like, I will watch The Golden Bachelor. I think everyone had the same reaction of it was more wholesome, even though it kind of turned weird. It's a wholesome and it's more fun to watch the people in their older years find love, in my opinion, than the actual Bachelor, which I never watched. So I know people love this.
I know. And like I had said last time, I watched it because it was our customer's aunt. So I'm going to see her today, Suzanne, and tonight at the Jingle Ball. I'm excited. And I'm going to see if maybe perhaps we can get some kind of interview going. I'm going to talk to her about maybe we could do a fun interview with her just about love and finding love and, nothing too deep. We'll review that later off air. But yeah, I'm excited about the Jingle Ball. I'm seeing Jelly Roll tonight.
Ooh.
And Olivia Rodrigo, and always fun to go in Dad's Suite because we get all the sushi we want. We get the waiter, and I'm sad though, my waiter that's always there is not there anymore. They put him in a different box. I don't understand people. Somebody got mad in our box because he didn't let them serve themselves wine. And because they complained, they put him in a different box. So now he's not even part of the Zurich box.
Can you go find him and tell him that you love him tonight?
I think he's next door. So
Oh,
I
good.
think definitely find him, give him a hug. And I've known him forever. And he actually has done commercials. And so I'm really bummed that he's not going to be with us tonight. But I'm looking forward
Are you giving him a Christmas gift?
No.
Should bring him a little Christmas gift.
I really should. I should, like a peace offering.
Right. Happy Hanukkah.
Thank you. Yeah, it was funny. Yesterday we did Happy Hanukkah in Rome, Olivia and Evan. I felt like I was on the Brady Bunch. We did a thing with all you guys, and we did the first night of Hanukkah because we're an eclectic family. We do the Christmas season, we do the Jewish season, all wrapped in one since I was raised both. And I have to admit, I tend to do more Christmas stuff than Hanukkah stuff, but feel really good about this one. I lit the candles. Oh, and your sister had to complain. Here I am. I got all these menorahs in the house.
I heard. Did you want to use some sort of a fake menorah or something?
I have a beautiful one that she ordered that lights up, and I'm like, nobody's here, so why do we need to light the actual candles? And she got mad. So Dad's like, I'll call back when we find the other menorah. So we had to find the other menorah. So I lit that one, plus I had the battery one, and then whatever. It was just crazy. But that was fun. That was good. I'm having her come back next week. I'm so excited. Evan's coming back next week, and then you're coming back the following week. So we're going to have a full house. We'll be doing lots of recordings in person. And hopefully my lighting's getting better. I'm new at this and trying to work on the lighting and find the right place in the house. And we will have a beautiful sign made in the next few months by our good friend. And yeah, I'm looking forward to everything. So let's get right into it about the Dancing with the Stars. Why don't you start and talk about how it was an unusual first time ever?
This was another end of an era. I'm really sad. I don't know what to do with myself anymore. Like, this was old Dancing with the Stars. This season really reminded me of back in the day where we would watch every single episode and get all excited. And this is the first season I've watched in a long time that we watched it completely through. Like last season, I did a little bit, but I'm sad. This year, it was the first time in history that they had 5 dancers in the finale, which I thought was so great. I thought it was a good idea because I just felt this cast got so close and it made for just more anticipation. But I think we all kind of knew. And I don't know if Sasha and Allison knew, but they were going to be 5. They were going to come in 5th place. I think that was kind of obvious.
Yeah, I agree with that one 100%. I was really hoping Val would win. And the great news was he did. I actually voted every week for him, even though I loved Ariana and I loved I loved Daniela. But the thing is, I just felt that, and I know we have this whole thing with them being younger and like Charlie D'Amelio won last year, but I do feel that Sachi was even younger and really, really very well deserving with no dance experience. She was a movie person, right? Was she a
Yes.
TikToker or no?
No, she's a Marvel actress. She's and
Okay.
now she can go on to do anything. She's in them. And also Val has only won 3 times. And I know you
Right.
misunderstood. You thought I said he had never won. But to be on the
Exactly.
show for years, he's one of the pros in my mind from the start. Him and
Yeah.
Max, his brother, to only
Yes.
have won 3 times is not a lot. And I
No,
heard he's always come really close, like kept getting second a bunch of times. So
he
I'm
did.
really glad he finally got it. And you met
Yeah.
him. He's a nice guy.
Such a great guy, such a fun story. When we had to shut down a lot of the COVID stuff, and well, actually, it wasn't just during COVID. It was when the whole war started, right, with Ukraine. So him and his family are originally from the Northeast, from the New York area. I believe his parents live. I think they still live there, or maybe they live in both spots. They do come back frequently to New York area, and they started this, volunteer program for called Baranova 27. It was from a town where they grew up from, the family, and they started doing all this fundraising, volunteerism for the people that were so badly affected in Ukraine. So I actually went there thinking, I was just going to go and volunteer. Well, to my surprise, 2 years ago, I actually happened to go on a day that Val was there. And I have to tell you that he was just the nicest guy. Like, I always got the idea when he was dancing that he was like all full of himself and into his looks and just a womanizer. He's happily married at that point. This was before he had the baby. And he was so wonderful to Vinny, Dad, and I. We told him about how it was Olivia's birthday, and we love his show, and we love we would love this whole volunteer thing that they were doing for Baranova 27 and the work that they're doing in Ukraine. And he was so kind. We FaceTimed your sister and we wished her and surprised her happy birthday. We have photos with him lifting the boxes.
Was she shocked? Like, did she know
Was
you were?
shocked.
She just answered the FaceTime thinking it was
Yeah.
you?
Yeah. Yeah. She was shocked. And yeah, it was, I'm pretty sure I surprised her. I know I did.
Why didn't you call me?
Well, I didn't know. I mean, I just knew
Well,
she
that I like all things celebrities, and I
It
work.
was her
in
birthday
entertainment.
though. It was her 21st
Oh.
birthday. So it was such a great present. Um, and she was in Boston at that point. It was amazing. He was so nice. And I remember at the time he was talking about he wanted to start a family, and we all were doing photos with him. And he just was great. So little did I know he'd now be a father. He's the most adorable baby. And oh my goodness, he is just so talented. And again, the choreography was just incredible. But obviously, Sochi brought it home. She's the one that solidified their partnership. He presented it with her because we all know he's so talented. And now I guess they're going on the road. I think there's going to be I would love to go see that. Hint, hint. I would love to get tickets to go
It's
see
the tour. That's the Dancing with the Stars tour. I'd love to go see them too.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, Val said he didn't expect to have a partner like this going to the season. Did you catch that? He said that to Julianne at like one of their final dances. He's like, I didn't expect to have this type of partner. I think he thought he was just going to, get eliminated. I don't think he went into it thinking he was going to be paired with a superstar dancer.
That's true. And what was his point about? Did you notice he said, I didn't even know I'd be able to do this season? I wonder if that was
that
summer
too.
program. I don't know why he said I didn't even know if I'd be able to do this season. If other stuff came up, other opportunities.
I thought he was saying he didn't know if he wanted to even come back.
Okay.
That's how I kind of felt. Maybe it was.
Yeah. And I know we're going to get into more of the meat of it, but I just wanted to say one thing to jump ahead. Why is Harry on tour with them? I was shocked about that.
Wait, stop. Has he been asked to go on tour? Because he was on
it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, when we watched it, they said Harry Jousey.
I missed that part. He said on a podcast that he would love nothing more than to go on tour, and they hadn't asked him yet. And I was laughing to myself. I'm like, yeah, you're not getting asked, buddy. They've asked him?
Well, from what I thought it was him saying, yeah, I'm going on tour. Or they named the people that were going on tour. It's crazy.
Wow.
That's weird. Like, why would they take him? He's awful. No offense, Harry, but it's not.
I saw him and Riley out at a Chain Fest event. They were right next to each other. They weren't holding hands, but they're obviously a couple. I mean, I don't know what to think. I think they're together. Oh, and I also heard that there was a blind item that not only Harry and Riley were seen together at Dancing with the Stars, but that someone saw Emma and Mauricio very cozy backstage.
Oh my God. So he's not getting back with his wife?
Oh, I don't think she wants to get back with him at this point.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I believe that. But him and Emma, But I can't believe it. So Harry's going on tour, but do you think people just like him because it's like you expect him to just do Gangnam Style now and like
I like that one. That was the
I
only
like
fun thing. It's kind of entertaining.
yeah.
Everything else is terrible. I know. I know what you're talking about. I watched a little bit of that podcast where he was being interviewed about being a tree trunk. Him and that girl were on, and how did he feel about that? And he said he thought it was funny. I lost my train of thought there. I was watching it, and I was just like, okay, this is boring. Flip, I swiped.
Right.
But I just wanted to throw that out there. But getting back to the actual show, because we have so much to talk about. I know it was the first time in forever that they had 3 hour episode. So that was really crazy. I was surprised that for the first 30 minutes, I don't know if you noticed, that they didn't do the show. They just did the like recap of what everyone did for the last season, which I thought was kind of cool. I totally forgot there's a redemption dance, so they had to redo all their dances,
Right.
which is, I think it's a great idea, right? They've always done it that way.
I do too. I thought that was fun. I really wanted someone to do hip hop for freestyle. So by far, Ariana's was my favorite. Ariana is a star, and it shows because now she's going to be Roxy Hart in Chicago on Broadway. You should go see it.
I want to see that. When you told me that the other day, I was so happy. I could totally see her doing it. My thought was though, like, do they have this planned ahead of time? Like, I don't understand, like how.
I think they probably offered it to her in the past few weeks, and she probably knew. And so I think she flew. She'll probably going to have to start rehearsals though, right? How do you learn a show? 2 months. She'll have 2 months to learn a show, which now that she's had all this dance experience shouldn't be that hard. She said she was a theater major in college.
And she did transform into the Britney one when she did the Britney week.
Oh yeah.
Wow, she looked like Britney Spears, and just the way she gets into characters, amazing. But my question is, with Vanderpump Rules, what's going to happen with that? Is she going to have to take a hiatus?
Well, no, because remember they filmed for the first time ever. Vanderpump filmed back to back. So they're done filming. Their season airs in January. So while they're airing, she'll be in New York City doing Chicago, and then also being able to go and watch what happens live because she'll be right in New York City. She'll be living there for 8 weeks.
And I was
thinking her boyfriend.
I was just gonna say that's what I was thinking. Her boyfriend's in New York.
Yes.
I just don't really see her with her boyfriend.
I really don't either. I thought because he's very quiet, but I guess he's a great guy. He cooks for her. Yeah. He's very supportive. But again, I can't. Me and Haley were talking about this the other day. How did she trust somebody to go from getting cheated on after 9 years to then jumping into getting another boyfriend? How'd you even trust the guy?
And isn't this guy a lot younger than her?
You keep saying that. I have to confirm it. I have no idea how old he is.
Okay. One thing going back to Ariana, I did want to mention is that I was looking over my notes because I took a lot of copious notes. And one of the things I was looking at, because it got confusing, we had the redemption dance and then we had the freestyle dance. And I don't know if you agree, but I was really shocked that Carrie Ann was the only one that gave a 9 and felt that Ariana screwed up in that dance. I was like, what?
No,
I know. She should have got a 10. I don't know if that could have been the difference between winning or not, but I thought that was really quite odd that they gave her a 9. Everybody else gave her 10s.
Right.
And Carrie's like, I have to call it like I see it. Well, can you specifically say what the mistake was? And I think, subtly Ariana let on that, no, I did the same tempo that I did for the other dances. It was no difference. I don't know if you picked up on that, but she said, no, I did what I always do. I did what I always do. So that was really annoying when Carrie Ann does that. I understand you have to be a fair judge and whatever, but that was a little weird. And what about the best night of the dance, the best dance of the night? They said something with Charity. They said,
oh, I forgot about Charity. Yeah, Charity, I wanted her to win. Honestly, I would have been okay if she had won at that point. She had grown into the most phenomenal dancer. That cheer dance that she did for her freestyle, I loved her and Artem. And that was incredible in my mind to see Artem do that.
Tell you, he was so happy. But the only thing I will say that I thought was weird, I loved it, but I felt like it was kind of out of the category of cheerleading. I mean, of dance.
Well, isn't it illegal to do the throws and stuff? I thought
I didn't feel like there was it is, but I didn't feel like there was enough dancing. Like there wasn't enough dancing.
Right.
You're on the ground, yes, a little dancing here and there, but then you go back up, you get thrown in. I thought it was phenomenal. And
her fiance looked old. I didn't even know what he looked like until that night.
Oh no, that wasn't the guy.
That's her fiance. They said it. Why did they say his fiance? They said that on the label.
The young guy.
The bald guy. They said the bald guy was her fiance.
That's wrong. They kept showing him.
And they said her fiance on the bottom.
Oh my, that was absolutely wrong. I was wondering why they kept showing that guy. That's not the fiance. The fiance is that guy he looks like a runner. He's got a lot of hair. He's really tall. No, it's really weird. Swear to God.
Who was this guy? Was this
I
her
don't
dad?
know. I didn't see that the thing underneath.
Oh,
He
yeah,
must-
maybe it was her dad.
Yeah, because they kept showing him, and I'm like, that's not the fiance, but I didn't see the label with the fiance.
It
Yeah,
said fiance. That was my first time looking him up.
Oh my
right now.
gosh. Well, they have to like
They have to
they
correct that. That's not
that's
good.
really embarrassing.
Oh
I mean,
my
if you
gosh, this is her fiance. I just looked him up.
show
Oh my
me,
gosh, this is not the
yes,
one they were showing.
yes,
They were
yeah,
showing
I
a
know,
bald guy, and they wrote it
I
was his
know.
fiance.
Oh my God, that's so inappropriate. Do you remember at The Bachelor? He was there with her.
That is so funny. I do remember that. I thought so. Maybe that was her dad. That guy was like going hard for her, and I was like,
I know.
why does her fiance look 60 or
Either
50?
that or a brother or cousin or relative. I don't know. I was like, why do they keep showing him? It was really weird. Oh my gosh, Alexandra. That's really funny.
But
So,
I
yeah,
agree.
you agree, right? So that was really good. And I love Daniela's freestyle. Now that's a traditional freestyle too. I didn't find Allison's freestyle good at all.
Well, Allison is
Kinda
just
boring.
not great. She's not a
Yeah.
great dancer. I don't. They said she was the people's choice or whatever because I
Yeah.
guess they voted for her all the times to be there.
Right.
I love Sasha, but she never really nailed it. She always kind of messed up, and it always looked like she was doing the same type of footwork where you like go kick in and out of the partner's feet. Like every dance felt like she did that. Harry Jousey crying was ridiculous. I'm shocked that him and Allison are like best friends. He was like, that was so cute though. He was like crying his eyes out for her.
Be Santa Claus. What's wrong with his skin? It's always so red and broken out.
Because he's always crying.
Oh, I thought maybe he got like into an accident. Or
He's
like,
always flustered and crying.
Right.
I was gonna say Jason and Daniela's freestyle was amazing, but do you notice that Jason does really weird winks?
Yes.
It's so weird and so off-putting.
What do you think that's about? Who's he winking at?
Like whenever someone
Oh,
yeah. So whenever someone gives him feedback, he's like, no, stop. He even did it in the dance. I was like, God, no, stop, please.
I think he could be on Broadway. I think he'd be great in Broadway.
Yes.
I thought I started crying when him and Danielle were crying, that they really, really care for each other. It was fun to watch him sing because, like I said, remember we went to that thing a couple weeks ago, the haunted house, and I got to hear his music, but I never saw him perform. So it was great. It was, oh my gosh, I would never know that that's how he sings. He's phenomenal. And I know some of his songs. I actually do. I know some of his songs. So I thought that was really good. And then of course, who did we have left of that group that we left out?
I want to say, I mean, yeah, Jason was a great tap dancer. Oh, it was kind of funny too when they showed the packages of all the families. I was like tearing up, but yeah, no, Jason was very sweet. And honestly, when he started to cry and say that he was really shy, that made a lot of sense as to why we didn't see his personality at the beginning of the season. So then I felt bad for him, but then he winked again in his dance and I was like, no.
And the other thing, it's so funny when they're actually giving it away and they're telling him, the order of who's fifth, fourth, third, second, first. It's so funny. Like the fifth place person, Allison, it's like, is that like they're smiling like as if you didn't know, and it was off, the sound was off, you would think she won. Same with Charity was fourth, and then Ariana was third, and then of course Danielle second, right? And then first was Sochi. So it was funny that the way the 5, 4, 3 went, they seemed all happy.
I know.
Like,
I would not be smiling. Yeah.
Like great, I'm so happy. And I think like you said, it was a no-brainer. They knew they wouldn't be the ones that are winning. I really was so happy. I think she's such a cool girl, Sochi, and she's going to babysit. Jenna was all excited, and now they make such great friends from all this, What were you going to say?
I was going to say that Barry was amazing. I like that they brought back the old people and did like some cute little dances in between. Thought Barry, like the whole crowd was screaming his name. He's such a fan favorite. And then I actually enjoyed the troop dances this year. Like most years, I get bored by the troop dances.
Yes.
I thought when Julianne and Alfonso came out and danced, I thought that was excellent. And I just feel that Dancing with the Stars is just, I don't know, it's coming back to a higher level. And Harry Jousey had said in an interview, he thinks that Riley should keep getting paired with influencers each season, that it would be creepy and weird if she was paired with an older man. And I'm like, okay.
Oh my gosh.
Because you're like 26 and she's 18, but he thinks he can't see her with someone outside the realm of an influencer. And his vote for who she should dance with next season is Noah Beck.
Noah Beck. Why do I know Noah Beck?
Dixie's ex-boyfriend.
Oh, he thinks that's who Riley should dance with?
Yeah.
That's stupid. That guy's a TikToker.
And he's
I
a
don't
soccer player, but it's like, can we please bring someone who like knows how to dance? Like I can't do another
exactly.
influencer.
And the other thing is, Charlie was great. I thought Charlie was great.
Yes.
I wanted to quickly mention congratulations to Mark Ballas. I've been waiting to see when his baby's born. Why did they make that announcement a month after on the show? That was bizarre to me.
They didn't
Like,
post it?
They never posted. After he announced it, or they announced it, then all of a sudden you get to see it on E. I saw the the write-ups on it.
So I guess
And
that's how they wanted to announce it for the first time.
I guess so. Yeah, it's been a month. So, and him that reminds me, that partnership, that friendship, that family, that reminds me just like of Sochi and Val, right? So Mark Ballas and really Charlie D'Amelio have forged this really great friendship. Same kind of thing. The older guy with the younger, taking her under their wing, and really so many opportunities. I do feel that Charlie's whole TikToking is what got her famous, right? And then her family, and then all their great management and marketing. And now it's become full circle. Now she's back to the whole dancing. And I do think for Charlie D'Amelio, and you could correct me if you're wrong, but I do think that her favorite all-time thing is the dancing. I think
Yes.
the one thing that she, more than anything that she does with her family, this is who she is. And I think if you gave her an opportunity and she had nothing else, she would go on tour and just do it all over. I don't think she's going on tour with them, right? Because
No, but yeah, she loves dancing. That's actually her actual passion. But I definitely wish we could see the tour. I have to look into the dates because that would be amazing. She was last year, but now I guess Sochi is going to be the new person on tour, and then all the other people. I was going to say, you saw Lisa Vanderpump too.
I was going to ask you about that. Yes, I saw that. And what was this villa something that she was talking about? A new show she just finished filming. I wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah, so it's a new show on Hulu, I think, and it's like another Vanderpump Rules. She lives in a villa in France with the staff, and it's going to be another one of those. The staff's all sleeping with each other. They have house guests, so she's kind of teaching them to manage the house. So it's one of those other dramas, probably with really good-looking French people, honestly.
Okay, so that's good. I guess
we'll have to watch that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's interesting because I don't feel a lot of people from Ariana's team were there. There's a few people, but I don't see like Lala's never there. I never really see any of Sheena's not there.
Sheena was there. Sheena was there.
Was?
Yeah, she was next to the boyfriend at the finale. She went a bunch of times, but she was explaining that what happened is she told Ariana, don't worry about getting me tickets through you. I know a lot of people who work at Dancing with the Stars. I can get my own tickets. And then it got harder to get tickets because I think so many people wanted to come. So she couldn't go for a few weeks. But I saw a few people here and there. Obviously, none of the Toms. Obviously, James, I don't think James Kennedy was ever there. And Lala didn't go at all, but I guess she's been busy. But I was also going to say Allison's kids looked miserable. Did you see them?
Yes, they felt really uncomfortable. Mommy got really skinny and mommy didn't win. And mommy was away from me. And mommy's happy. It's just like, I never watched her on, because I don't, I don't watch a lot of those shows, but I know she's really great on How I Met Your Mother or Father. But yeah, they looked miserable. Husband looked happy. Husband's adorable.
Yeah.
Really handsome. Kind of reminds me of, that elegant, like Barbara Streisand's husband. He just seems like a quiet, silent type. She got very in shape. It's crazy to me. She lost like 20 pounds, they said.
She said that when?
Yes. At the beginning of the show, I think 20 pounds.
Wow. Just from dancing?
Yes. I don't know if she was dieting, but she lost 20 pounds. I could tell.
Her arms looked really great.
She looked so much younger. Yeah. So I think that's about it for Dancing with the Stars.
Well, the ending was too fast. That was ridiculous.
Oh gosh, I was so angry about that. Like they win, and they've never cut it off that quickly. Normally, everybody comes up, they hug, they announce it, and then that was it. The only way you can see the ending is you look on Instagram and you look on their stories.
Right. Maybe there should have been less troop dances at that point, because that really cut off fast.
Well, I thought it was a little weird in the beginning when they're checking in with everybody. That was so weird.
I know.
Like getting their feet wrapped and all that stuff, eating. And I just thought that was a waste of time.
They're trying to fill 3 hours, but you have to remember that when dances happen, judges take a long time to give their commentary. Things can be going on when they run up the stairs. So we didn't need that fill time. We could have used this for the end.
Exactly. I 100% agreed with that. That was just, you get like trying to change the channel. Like, oh my God, maybe I could watch it on another channel. Maybe they're gonna, but
Yeah.
it was time for it to end because it was 11 o'clock. So I wonder if they'll do that going forward now, or if this was just a one-up thing. Also, I thought what was so exciting with Dancing with the Stars is the night that Val won, they had already announced that Max is going to be one of the judges on So You Think You Can Dance. So the Chermosky brothers, or however you say his last name, really have done so well for themselves. You know, it's incredible celebration. They're just the only siblings, and it's just the two of them, and they've done so well. Max is, of course, the older brother, Val being the younger. So what a great celebration for both those men, just and their wives. Just a really great thing. And then lastly, to end with the Dancing with the Stars, I did want to mention our prayers with Derek Huff and his wife, who she suffered, I believe, 2 nights ago, a cranial brain hemorrhage or something.
Yeah, like a blood vessel burst, and she had an emergency craniectomy or something like that.
Right. So really, really hoping that that will turn out to be a quick recovery for her. And I know Derek was with her. I think they were performing, and it was in DC, Washington, DC. So just wanted to mention that quick note.
But this was a great season. I'm sad it's over, but it was really fun, and we kind of knew who was going to win from the start.
It's true. On to more things, on to more topics. I've been watching Beverly Hills, Housewives. I didn't watch this season, so I'm catching up. I'm almost done.
So give your thoughts. What do you think so far? For the first time you're watching like fully the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, which you've looked at throughout the years, you've glimpsed at episodes, but this is your full watching. What do you think?
So I think it's kind of funny because I feel like there's a lot of not phoniness, but a lot of exaggerations with people getting angry. And I feel like that woman that's from Connecticut, the one
Dorit,
she's really annoying. She has a fake accent, and she now changed her hair from blonde to brown, which it's okay. But I don't really think I just think she wants drama, and she wants to make herself the victim and always be the person that's like trying to also be at the same time, the mediator. I think that there's that lady that's husband, the older guy that got into trouble with all the money.
Erica Jane.
She's nasty as anything. And I think that their lives, I don't understand what they actually do. They all talk about they have different jobs. Like, I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, what does Erica James do? What is that? Sudden is annoying. I didn't know about that other lady who they went to Vegas with, who she is.
Crystal.
Yeah. She reminds me of the summer I met the summer I look pretty, or so.
The summer I turned pretty.
Reminds me of the mother in that. Yeah.
Okay.
Which speaks and everything. But I'm struggling to get through it, because every time I try to put it on pause and watch it, I have to rewind it or try to find it. It starts over again.
So Dorit went through a robbery. She was a home invasion, and she apparently is having, this is totally alleged, money troubles, and that's why her hair is brown, because she can no longer afford to be blonde. However,
come on.
I don't know if I believe that. Yeah, that's what they're claiming, like not her, but that's what the tabloids are saying. But I don't believe it, because she buys all designer clothes off the runway. So yeah, and then Sutton and clearly hates Kyle. Like, her and Kyle were like really good friends.
Sutton is annoying.
She's really mean. How are you seeing? And what do you think about Kyle? Have you seen how she acted towards Mauricio? Don't you think she hates him?
Yeah, that's why. Like, I'm not on the 5th session.
That was the first episode, though. How she spoke to him.
She was like, "I can get a tattoo anytime I want. I can do what I want." It sounds like, and it looks like their relationship is awful. And then he seems a little bit like old-fashioned and controlling in some ways. Yeah, I used to love him. I don't see them together at all.
But she looks great.
She looks great. I don't know if she's on Ozempic, but you said you
no,
heard that.
I don't think so, because she's really denied it. And the thing is, she's doing everything I do. Like, she works out like I do. She eats like I do. She doesn't drink like I don't really drink. She doesn't drink at all. And when you do those things, you're going to see results. So yeah, I don't know. True. But no, everyone thinks Crystal is really boring. Nobody can understand why Crystal's there. And that's who you said you forgot about her, the one in Vegas. That's Crystal. The summer I turned pretty.
Yeah, when did she get on the show?
Like a year or two ago.
I haven't watched, because I stopped watching it. So yeah, they put her in for for Lisa Rinna?
Yeah, she
Is
was actually there before Lisa left, but she really contributes nothing.
nothing. I don't understand her point. Like, I
Right.
just don't. And her
And
husband.
Erica Jane's job is that she's a performer. Like, she wants to tour the world and do her dancing and perform again. But she said she's being nicer this season, but you can tell she's like a wicked streak.
She's really nasty. And then what about the other woman?
Garcelle.
Garcelle. Wait, what happened to she's not oh my gosh, the other woman's not on it anymore.
Kathy Hilton, no.
No, the other one whose husband, she's remarried.
Denise Richards?
Yeah, what happened to Denise
Well,
Richards?
she's have you gone into the episode yet? Oh, no, you haven't seen it yet. So she comes back as a friend of, you have to watch it. People think she's on like meth. She's so out of it. She's being so crazy. It's really weird to watch.
Okay.
It's really
What
hard.
about Garcelle? What does Garcelle do for a living? She seems like she's
she's an actress.
Oh, she's an actress.
Yeah, she's a big actress. And she actually also like was on, I think she hosted The Talk for a while. Oh no, sorry, The Real for a while.
Okay.
But I like her, but
I like her.
Yeah.
She's interesting.
It's a divide. You can tell. It's like Sutton, Garcelle, and Crystal are friends. And then Kyle, Dorit, and Erica are another side.
Well, I feel like it's really thinned out, the show. Because I remember when I watched it a few years ago with Olivia, it just seemed like there were a lot more characters there. Seems like it's thinned out quite a bit. And I don't know, I could kind of see some of them on Vanderpump Rules.
Which ones?
Like Erica Jane. I don't know why. It would be interesting if Vanderpump Rules met the Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Well, do you know how the show started? Vanderpump Rules started because Lisa Vanderpump was a Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and then they showed her restaurant, and they had a whole episode, and that's when it turned into the spinoff of Vanderpump Rules.
Oh my gosh, I honestly didn't know that. See, I learned something.
That's how it started.
Wow, that's interesting. I did not know that. So then Lisa left, and then
and Vanderpump has already skyrocketed. She's on the show. Next Tuesday, I've recorded for you to watch. It's only 30 minutes.
Okay.
It's a full recap of the past 11 seasons of Vanderpump Rules to get you ready for the new season. And you already know so much because now you follow all the stars and you've been up with like the drama with the cast. But it's just going to be like Lisa Vanderpump is going to give you a 30-minute recap of the past 11 seasons to prepare us for the new season in January.
I got some homework to do, especially for our New Year surprise. So a lot of homework.
Well, so where do you fall on the drama right now in Beverly Hills? Like, are you team Kyle or Sutton?
Kyle, 100% Kyle. Yeah. I don't love for Sutton. I find Sutton
so mean.
I don't know. Sutton is so annoying. She got all mad about the Magic Mike. Then why'd you go? I didn't understand that whole thing with the crotch and this and that. And
do you think she was mad because she wasn't asked on stage because she kept saying, I wore pants, I was ready. And then, or do you think she's actually mad that it was inappropriate?
It was inappropriate. I do think it was inappropriate. Yeah. I do think it was inappropriate for her. That's where she's coming from. But I don't know why she went then. The other thing is I wanted to ask you is PK, and I watched the episode about the pretty woman and Dorit. And I know I should be more like just ask you throughout questions. I mean, I personally don't see them together. I feel like it's like a whole nother Erica Jane thing. I know it sounds weird, but I'm sorry. Maybe she loves him for him, but I just feel like money talks, and she's very uptight, and that whole thing with the pretty woman thing. And then Kyle had to surprise her, and then she was upset, worried that like, what's my husband going to surprise me with? I like to be in control. I'm the opposite. I'd be like, I love surprises. Keep pouring it on.
It was so weird. She was so angry. Yeah, she was so angry.
Uptight.
Yeah,
and their romance seems so blah. I'd rather not be married than be married to that.
Well, they're also in a hard time right now. Apparently, like he never really had her back during the robbery and didn't really make her feel loved. So because of that, she said that they've been going through a really hard year, but they're not separated. They're not divorcing. But I'm like,
how old is he?
Well, I think he's only like 50 something. Like, you know, that's boy George's manager.
I'm in shock. He's in his 50s.
Let me look.
I thought he was in his 60s. Looks like he's 65, 68.
He's
like my age?
He's 56.
He's my age.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. How old is she?
Well, let's look it up.
Like 52? Oh my God. They're not even, maybe she's in her 40s.
She's 47.
Yeah, so they're 9 years apart. Yeah. Well, he looks much older.
Well, this is him looking good. He like lost weight and got new teeth. So you're seeing him at his best.
I don't know. Are we allowed to say this stuff on this channel? I don't know.
Yeah, we are.
We're not supposed to give our opinions.
This is your opinion. You can share it. You can.
I find them pretty hideous, actually, if you want to know the truth. Okay, I said it. Capital H, Hideous. I'd rather not have money and have a gorgeous husband than have money and be married to that. I'm sorry. Not that that's my life. I have both. I have good lifestyle and a great husband who's good looking and a sweetie. But shout out to the big Vin.
Big.
Capital B. Big in personality.
Oh, okay. I was thinking stomach, and then I thought, I don't know what else you meant.
No, oh my God. Shh. Stomach. I met the big Vin. He shines bright. His light shines bright. This is the time of holiday season. Holiday season. I don't know. I'm almost feeling like this is all just drama, and she's going to keep doing this PTSD till there's no end. Listen, I have my master's in social work, but I feel like that's going to be the thing that's resonating for her.
That's called a storyline.
That's true. Well, why don't you just live your life and have an interesting storyline?
Right. It's not that easy for some of these women.
Just have a fun life. Just live your life. Look, I'm going to Jingle Ball. That's newsworthy.
Did you get the episode of Morgan Wade yet? Have you seen Morgan?
No.
Can you please catch up?
When we get off, kid, I'm going to be doing this. I had a little issue with Jojo this morning, our dog. So I was supposed to get on the treadmill and watch the last 2 episodes. But of course, that went sideways because you want to know why? I'm sort of going off the beaten path. But Jojo's on medication, right? Because he's got all these issues. He's on an antibiotic. That dog may have lost his hearing and not most of his sight, but a little bit of his sight, but he sees pretty good. He has the sense of a bloodhound, okay? I tried every which way to hide that stupid pill. He's got 7 medications a day, one of which is one of the 2 antibiotics that has to be taken with food. And this morning, I was ready to just give up. I first put it in a little piece of banana, fell out of the banana. Then I put it in yogurt, fell out of the yogurt. Then I put the banana on the yogurt, making it thicker, ate around it, fell out. Then I tried maple brown yogurt to coat the plain yogurt with the banana and threw in some food, spit it out, got mad at me. I threw my hands up. I then took a piece of bread, stuffed it in a piece of dry bread and put peanut butter on it and finally got him to eat it.
That's so cute.
So I am going to the vet to buy these little pocket things so I can hide him in that because this is just his nose, his scent is incredible. And last week I found it hid it in his back foot. I'm like, are you Houdini? Where the heck did this pill go? How did you get it from your mouth to your foot? And it was attached to his hair on the back of his foot. Crazy. And then 2 other times I found it on the floor under the bar stool, away from his food. When I looked at him, it looked like he had swallowed it. So that's why I have not been able to work out today or watch the last 2 episodes.
Well, that's what you're going to go do now because he's the cutest little baby Houdini.
I thought it would be fun to talk a little bit about some gossip about stars that maybe you don't really give much thought to that are still really, really talented actors or actresses or, interviewers. And I just thought I'd give a little trivia to you and see if you know if they're married or not married. So I'm going to start with Angie Harmon. I've read a lot about her in the past. She was married to Jason Seawoff from one of the football players many years ago. It's almost 10 years. They're divorced now. She has 3 older daughters. Is she remarried or is she single?
I'm going to say she's single because I could have swore she had a boyfriend for a long time. I almost feel like I've seen photos of them together. Like maybe she was engaged, but I haven't even heard anything about him in a long time. So is she single now?
I think she's still single. Yep. I don't know what happened to the boyfriend. I mean, I was reading an article again. I didn't finish it. I'm going to do some digging, but I don't think she has a guy in her life. Unless she's just saying she's raising her daughters.
And her pet squirrel.
Oh my gosh. What is it with that pet squirrel? It's adorable.
It's so cute. I don't even like squirrels. In fact, I hate squirrels. And it was very cute. She had rescued a squirrel and was like raising it or something.
Yeah. 3 months old or something. And she decided to keep it and it's her pet now. You do that. I really think that's adorable. How about Jane Seymour? Is she remarried? She's been married a bunch of times or engaged.
What? Jane Seymour? I don't even know who that is.
She's that British lady. See, this is where I date myself. We have
I know her name. Why can't I picture her?
Beautiful. She's British and she was on Like an Angel or something. That show that used to be on the series. She was also Dr. something. She played something on Dr. I forget what the show was called.
Is she married? Is she still married?
She's divorced, but I think she's getting remarried.
She's getting remarried? She got engaged? How old is she?
I think she's in her 60s. Look it up. Jane Seymour. I remember she had like
Oh,
twins.
yes. Oh, yes. I love her. She also is, oh, yes. She was married twice or a few times.
Yeah. Isn't she in her third marriage now?
Oh, wow. More than that. I think there's like 4 or 5 marriages.
Oh my gosh.
How
Isn't
many
she-
husbands? 4 times.
Wow. 5th time's a charm.
5 times a charm.
Getting married now?
I don't, does she have a new boyfriend? Oh,
I
yeah,
know
she has a new boyfriend
somebody.
and she's never been happier.
Yeah.
74.
Then you look at people like Julia Roberts, married or divorced or single
Married. For sure married, right? For years.
for years. That's somebody that's wow. That's all I
I
have to
always
say.
get her and Sarah Jessica Parker confused with their
Ooh.
retrospective spouses. Like Matthew Broderick is with Sarah Jessica Parker.
Right.
And then isn't Julia Roberts with like a producer or something? David.
Danny Motor
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Danny Motor.
Yeah.
He's like a producer
Okay.
or no, I think he's a video guy.
Oh,
He's
yes.
like the video. They have a very long, happy marriage, and I think they have 3 kids, twins and a boy. So that's been a marriage. What about Kathy Lee Gifford? Do you know if she has somebody in her life?
Kathy
I'm just
Lee.
trying random people that came to my mind today that are in this.
She's the one whose husband died. He was a football player, right?
Of course, she was on Kathy Lee.
Yeah,
She was on-
Kathy Lee and Hoda. I get her confused with someone
no,
else.
but she was also on Live with Regis.
Yes,
Regis
she was
Kathy Lee.
his first
Yeah.
co-host.
Yeah,
She's single.
yeah, but I think she might. I don't know if she still has a guy. I don't know if she still has someone. She had a boyfriend.
That was sad when her husband died. Didn't he
Yeah.
have Alzheimer's or something?
No, she just found him dead. I think he just
Oh.
had a heart attack or just died. He wasn't sick.
Yeah.
He was not sick. And of course, Joy Philbin, Regis's.
Oh, yes. She used to come to Sir all the time, but I think she
Really?
might have dementia or something now.
What?
Yeah.
You're joking.
No, she would come to Sir all the time, but then apparently they were telling me something that like she'd call and say the same thing or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know. And she stopped coming, so I don't know if she got sick or something.
Oh my goodness. That's crazy.
Yeah. But she liked a certain table.
She was young and she lives in LA, and gosh, I hope she doesn't have dementia. I thought there'd be hope for her to be on the Golden Bachelor and remarry. She was always very attractive.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I hope she's okay. I mean,
I think some of her kids live in the Northeast. She had lived in Greenwich.
she's 82 now, but there's no info about her online because why would she have any sort of Instagram?
Wow.
That's sad.
That is. Also, real quick note before we end today, what did you think about Amy Robach and TJ Holmes? Did you hear about that latest?
This is crazy. So not only are they back making out, whispering on the red carpet of iHeartRadio, the Jingle Ball in LA, they're like making out on the carpet.
Podcast, okay.
Yeah, they're having a podcast about, I guess, like, apparently they said they were outed. They were 2 adults dating and there was no affair. They were outed as a couple. And it's like, no, your spouses were both blindsided. There was an affair. And now their spouses are dating. That's bizarre and insane. This is Melrose Place. Andrew Shue took a page from his old show.
Yes.
Like, what? How does
I
it?
know.
It's called the trauma bond. It's not going to last. They're literally bonding over their hatred of their spouses.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's crazy.
I think I remember, wasn't that with the singer Shania Twain?
Everyone's saying this is the modern Shania Twain. Everyone's saying that.
Oh,
yeah.
That's so cool. I don't even, oh my God, I'm proud of myself. I said that. I just came up with that.
The swap.
More than I realized, I kind of, I don't live and breathe everything as much as you do, but I feel like I absorb enough to really be able to be on track. I didn't know people were saying that.
Yes. Well, Heather McDonald is saying it a lot because
oh my God, I don't listen to Heather
Shania and her best friend and her husband had an affair. And then she got with the best friend's husband and now they've been happily married forever. Yeah. So
yeah. That's so funny. That's what popped up in my mind.
It's true.
Wow. That's crazy. Well, anyway, that's what I'm thinking.
Well, that's all we have this week. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back next time.
Goodbye. See you next week.